So just note, I've got the leash in my left hand, nope, remote collar in my right hand. Anytime you hear me say no, I'm just gonna give her a little bump on the remote collar. Hey, how's it going? And then I'm just gonna give a little tug on the leash, because what I'm doing is further conditioning the remote collar here in this distracting scenario. So that's why I'm saying no, bump on the remote collar, little tug on the leash, all right? Now notice as we get into the crowd here, there's some noises, there's some people, she's kind of spinning around, so she's getting a little bit overwhelmed. So I'm gonna step off to the side here, give her a little spot to chill out at. Just kind of get out of the hustle and bustle of everything. All right, Maggie, sit. See if she can focus on what I'm saying here. Maggie, sit. Nope. Nope. Good, so remember, anytime I say no, I'm gonna give a little bump on the remote collar and a little tug on the leash just to help her think. Right now, as we come through this busy area right here, obviously there's noises, there's a ton of people, it's hard to navigate through the crowd. Some of the noises that were going on made her spin around, made her kind of, you know, go into that stressed out, fearful, nervous mode. So I just want to keep moving, use the leash to help guide her, right? And then once I get through that area, she's good. As long as she goes back down, no need to correct or anything. But once we get through that area, what I'm going to do is try to come off to the side, help her calm down, calm back down. Because what I want her to do overall is understand nothing out here is going to hurt her or anything, okay? So we want her to have a good experience. So whenever I came over here, I initially am testing out her food drive. So I'm just giving her some food. Notice she won't take food anymore like she was whenever we first started. Now that we're in here, a couple of noises have gone off. That kind of set her into a mode where she's not willing to take food, which is okay. We're still going to keep moving, but I am going to be testing her food drive as we go. So now that we've kind of calmed down a little bit, I'm just going to go nice and easy here through the crowd, okay? Anytime I'm moving, I want her in a heel position, and if I come to a point in the crowd where there's a lot of traffic, I'm going to see if I can go around that traffic. Nope. Give her the easiest path to kind of maneuver around the people and around all the activities. And with her, I am going to take breaks along the way. Now you might notice her tail is up sometimes, all right? Generally that means dominance and confidence, but for her specifically, right, we know because of these noises and things that she goes into that nervous mode, so you see her tail slightly coming down. So she's fluctuating, right? She's kind of in conflict mentally. Maggie, sit. Good, she's fluctuating a little bit between some confidence there, you know, tail wagging, a little bit of excitement, and then coming down to like a nervous level. Good girl. So I'm just petting her because she's not taking food. Good, now that she's kind of looking at me, that means that she might be open to taking food, which she is. Good girl. So one of the things I'm doing with her, you know, when she's looking around, not really wanting to check in with me, that gives me a pretty good indicator, okay, she's a little bit stressed, she's got some nervousness going on, she's not willing to take food. But if she does do a check-in with me, which is like a normal thing for her to do a little check-in with me, that tells me that she might be open to taking food, and the more food that I can utilize, it's going to be better for her, okay? Good girl, Maggie. Good. All right, so I like how she's starting to take food again, so let's keep moving here. Again, we're just going to do this in short segments. Like I said, she is a little bit older, so I do have to be careful about how much time we're spending, the duration of the session, right? Especially with her age. So as we get close to noises, like this food truck right here has a little bit of a generator. Notice how she's doing this. I'm just going to use the leash to guide her back to good position. Notice I'm constantly adjusting, nope, the slack on my leash, and this is kind of the busiest area of the market. So I'm just going to take my time and kind of move through here as easy as possible, nope, and use my leash to guide her as we go. Now typically with a lot of dogs that have a higher food drive, I would be trying to lure them through this, right? Nope. But her food drive is just not there for this type of distraction. And if I got a little traffic jam, how's it going? A little traffic jam here. We'll just kind of hang out, let some people move through, and then we'll eventually be able to work our way through here. And our leash is going to be good communication to help her move through here. Good girl. All right. So now we've kind of gotten through the hustle and bustle spot. Nope. What we're going to do is try to find a little area where we can sit again, relax, let her kind of absorb what just happened, what's going on around her. Maggie, sit. Nope. Good, perfect, just like that. Good girl, good girl. So what I'm going to do is see if she checks in with me on her own. Good, she's kind of looking at me. So we'll go ahead and give her a food reward, see if she'll take it. So notice she's not taking it. So just another example of that stress kind of increasing a little bit. Good, she's glancing at me out of the side of her head, but we do have a lot of noises going on right here. So I'm just gauging, you know, kind of her response in this specific situation. We got dogs, we got people, good, dragging carts around. Nope, nope, good, okay. So she's not taking food right now, that's totally fine, all right? She's just holding position, right? We just want her exposed to everything that's going on around us, okay? And maintaining whatever positioning that we're asking for at the time. Maggie, heel. We'll just keep moving here. So if you have a dog like Maggie, a little bit nervous, you've done all your training progression, it's time to get your distraction work and socialization work done. This might be a type of session that you're looking at, right? Where your food rewards are kind of spotty, but you're able to get some in, but you're also still able to get some exposure. Just focus on good positioning in relation to what's going on around you. We got dogs, we got people, nope, we got all kinds of stuff. She is wanting to pull ahead a little bit more than normal, nope, but I want her staying right next to me. I want her, you know, practicing that healing and paying attention to looking at me, paying attention to me versus trying to pull ahead. So this farmer's market right here is a little bit of a loop. So we're kind of coming up to our initial starting point. And what that means is we're getting back close to the louder food truck area. So what I'll be doing is just monitoring her to see how she does this time we kind of go through these loud noise distractions. Nope, nope, notice she's pulling ahead of me a little bit. Again, I'm just saying no, I'm bumping on the remote collar, little tug on the leash. Nope. Just be consistent with it. Nope, good. Take it slow with her. Nope, good. So we've already passed through this area once. This is our second time coming through. It was a lot better on the second time. Now that we've kind of got some exposure, now we'll come back over here. We'll do a little sit. Maggie, sit. No? Good, good girl. So we've kind of done some decent exposure to the crowd. We might have been here, you know, 8 minutes or so, which is a fairly decent length session. She's kind of looking at me. Good. So we'll go ahead and see if she'll take food again. She won't take food, that's fine. We just want her to have the exposure, her reliance upon whatever obedience position that you're doing, healing, sitting, whatever, her focusing on that helps her process information, because if she's up moving around, that can kind of spiral her brain out of control, and that doesn't help us overcome nervousness or overcome insecurity. Her having a structure, mentally, a mental structure to focus on, like sitting or healing, that's going to be most beneficial for her long term with confidence, okay? Again, she's like 50-50 on the food rewards today. That's totally normal, totally fine whenever you're out in a situation like this with a nervous or a fearful dog. Good. So just a couple minutes ago, she wouldn't take food. Now she's taking food. Now she's checking in. So constantly test your food drive in your sessions like this. See if you can get your dog taking food. If you can use it more often. But if you can't, you're just going to rely upon your basics. Right here, she got up from a sit. Nope. Good. Take it easy. There's no rush.